name is Jackie Schlegel. I'm the Executive Director of Texans for Medical Freedom, and we are in the heart of legislative session, and it has been so busy. And I have to tell you, in 10 years of medical freedom advocacy, this is going to go down as just an extraordinary legislative session. So I am not going to go through every single bill that we are working on right now because the big breaking news, the huge news is I just left the state capitol and there was a calendars committee meeting. And if you don't know what this is where your bills, after they've made it out of committee, which we did last week on three priority bills, they go to a meeting called the calendars, where they either get placed on the general calendar or they don't. And it's kind of it's a difficult process. And I am so excited and so proud to report that all three priority bills that we are working on, sorry, in Austin traffic, guys, um, were placed on the general calendar, the state calendar for Saturday. This is a huge victory. As I was leaving the Capitol, people were literally asking me like, how do you have so much clout in this building that you were able to get all three of your bills on the calendar, because it's a pretty significant um achievement to get three medical freedom bills. But I think that is indicative of not only the political climate, but just the work that we've done in this building. We have a lot of credibility with our members. So I'm going to give you those three bills. The first one is HB 1586. This is by Chairwoman Lacey Hall. Lacey has been a medical freedom champion. As a matter of fact, she started as a volunteer with us years and years ago. That's how I met her, through medical freedom advocacy. And then she ended up running, and she is now chair of the human services of the House, but she has filed a bill, 1586, that allows parents to download their vaccine exemption form. And of all the bills I've worked this session, I will tell you, this is the one we've gotten the most pushback on. The medical lobby has been in full force. Even today at the Capitol, there's one of me and there's 15 to 20 lobbyists out trying to kill this bill. This was the bill I was most concerned about. I was concerned that a member of the calendars committee would tag it. That's a process that they use to the bill calendar. I was, pleasantly surprised, and I think it shows how hard we've worked and how much credibility we have in the building. Nobody pulled that card. Nobody tagged the bill. It went through calendars just fine. But we're going to need your help to get the word out with an action alert that we need the legislature to pass this bill on Saturday. So on Saturday. So we knew we were going to be working this weekend, but it's kind of cool to have all three bills on Saturday. So the first one's HB 1586. The second bill is HB 4076. That is by Chairman Jeff Leach. And this is the bill that prevents discrimination based for organ transplants based on vaccination status. What's really, really cool about this bill is basically everyone told me it couldn't be done. That's what everyone told me. People have told me this can't be done. We can't, Medicare, Medicaid restrictions, blah, blah, blah. There's a million reasons why this bill couldn't get done. And I started to dig into it. And you know, very early on in session thought, I actually think this can be done. I think I can write a bill that can get this done. So I took a policy proposal to Leach. We then worked with Leg Council to draft the bill. We got the bill back days before the bill filing deadline and looked at him, and he said without hesitation he wanted the bill. He wanted to file it, even if it was going to take us 2 4 years. He wanted to be the one to carry the bill, and we filed it. And here we are now with this bill moving. We have the support of leadership. We have the support of the Speaker of the House on this bill. It has just been incredible to see this bill moving. So that's HB 4076. And again, we're going to need members of the House of Representatives to vote for this bill on Saturday. And we got to get these bills over to the Senate then, to get signed into law. But this is a huge step, huge, huge progress on medical freedom legislation. So the last bill that we're going to focus on this call today is HB 4535. This is the COVID vaccine transparency bill. This is an informed consent bill. This simply says that anybody who administers a COVID vaccine in the state of Texas must give a disclosure form that outlines that the vaccine was fast tracked, that there's no liability, basically all the things that we know are issues with the vaccine that we know that doctors are not always informing individuals of. It would also require physicians to tell the individual how to report a vaccine adverse events, that takes place. And so we're really excited about this bill. Representative John McQueenie, who is a freshman out of the Fort Worth area. Typically, with Texans for Medical Freedom, we don't often give our bills to freshmen, but he has shown a high level of dedication and commitment to this cause. He's a really sharp member, and we thought he could move it, and he did. He's done a very, very good job. He's very quick on these issues. I have no doubt he will do this. Um, do a good job on Saturday when he lays out the bill. So, what do we need? Well, the next 2 days, day and a half, we don't have a lot of time here. I will not only be working with my bill authors to prepare them for the debate on the floor, but we will be touching base with every single Republican. We need every single Republican to vote. We cannot leave any Republicans on the table. So if you are on this call, I need you to get to the Texas Legislature online, find out who your state rep is. Actually, just call them all of them, every single member of the Texas Legislature. And we went Democrats too, but we can't afford to lose Republican votes. So we've got 3 bills on the state calendar on Saturday. This is a huge, huge, huge opportunity and a huge accomplishment to make it this far. Like I said, these are Texans for Medical Freedom priorities. They were 2 of them, only one of them was drafted and filed early. 2 of them were drafted and filed in February, March. And so we're really, really excited that we have made this much progress on these bills so quickly. It's been a very busy week. I had numerous hearings. I had 2 hearings in the Senate. Quick update on those. The hearing, I guess last night, was to ban mRNA vaccines. 10 years altogether in the state of Texas, ban them. So we heard that bill, and then there was another bill, 1151, that protects a parent's right to seek alternative medical care and treatment for their children and their right to decline psychotropic medication. That bill had already passed through the House and was in the Senate, and that was up for a hearing yesterday, and I went and testified on that. It's a bill that we've supported from day one, also by Chairwoman Lacey Hull. She's just an awesome medical freedom champion. So we had both of those bills in the Senate. I know you guys are probably wanting some more updates on a few other bills, but we're not going to tackle those tonight because I really need every single person to stay focused on these three House bills. That's the number one priority. So we will follow up in an email outlining your action alert and who to call. But I just want to encourage you. This is a short call tonight. I'm not going through everything that was intended on the agenda, but it's because of this kind of this breaking news that we are on the state calendar for Saturday. If you are in the Austin area and you want to come out and support us this glorious Mother's Day weekend, feel free to hit me up and give me a call. But I will be camped out at the Capitol whipping the vote all day tomorrow and then there for the actual vote on Saturday. So I appreciate you guys joining this call. Thank you for bearing with me. I have made it back to my apartment, which was great. Austin traffic was heavy, so I just had to do this call from my car. So I appreciate your patience. With that said, you guys, let's see. I think someone's asking a question. Okay, yeah. What bill's just joining? Okay. I'm just now seeing that. So to recap, it's HB 1586, Lacey Hall, HB 4076 by Chairman Leach, and HB 4535 by Representative John McQueen. They will be on our social media as well, and we will follow up in an email to make sure that you get that action. And if you can call and email as many members of the House of Representatives that you possibly can. Let's see. Yes, all House Republicans, all of them. We need as many phone calls and emails to the House as possible, trying to get the support. And if you have a friendly enough relationship with your state rep where you can call them or text them, ask them, where are you on these three medical freedom priorities? Can we count on your support? So if you have any questions, y'all can text me 817-876-1645. Again, that's 817-876-1645. Shoot me a text. And if you have any other questions, I would be happy to answer those. All right. Thanks, guys. You have a great night.